Alright, YouTube. I've seen a lot of questions about the bypass hose on a big block Chevy. Okay? What that does is it takes the water before the thermostat, dumps it back into the water pump so it can push it back through the motor and basically makes a circle. Okay, when you go to an electric water pump, you don't have a provision for the bypass hose. So this is what I've done. I've never had an issue with it at all. I'll come either block this port and come over here to this one. But most of the time, I just put a 90 in here. And I run that hose over. And I stick it right here on the radiator, on the tank where the bottom hose connects to. So basically, you're taking that water and you're shoving it in here. And it's going right back into the water pump and pushing it through the motor. Comes back out, goes back. It's just a little bit longer path for it to travel, but it's putting it right back to the inlet side of the water pump. If you're worried about not having the hose in there, you can do this. Another thing I did, basically because this radiator sets low compared to the motor, is I drilled a 3/16 hole in my thermostat, basically so it can burp the air out of the engine. Because big blocks, from what I've always been told, has an issue with cavitation and hot spots around the exhaust ports and the heads. And this will keep air pockets from forming around the exhaust ports and causing issues with your valves. So, like I said, I just come out of here instead of going into the pump, which this is an inlet to the pump, not an outlet. This is an inlet that draws the water back in, pushes it back through the motor, back up through the heads, back out, back to here. Come out of here, run your hose over, and stick it on this right here on the tank side where your lower hose hooks. Again, it's just a longer path to put it right back into the water pump to push it through the motor. I've done this a million times. My dad showed me this trick. It works. If your radiator does not have this port, then what you can do, and it still ain't going to hurt it, is drill 2 holes in your thermostat. 2 3/16 holes, one on either side, and that'll still let enough water go through. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay? But most of the time, your radiators anymore, GMs, always have this heater hose port right here. Like this one's got a bolt in it to block it. I'm going to take the bolt out, and I'm going to use that port. Just a little quick video so we can see. And I was mistaken in my early video. This is a Proform water pump, not a Mezzanine. I'm putting a Proform in mine. I ordered a Mezzanine. It's actually going to go on my wife's El Camino. I've used Proform pumps quite often. I've never had trouble with them. You know, $200 versus $400. But I put a 55 gallon a minute one on the wife's, where this is a 35. So 35 is plenty. Well, I'll take that back. No, this is a 55, I believe. It is a 55. They're both 55s. Anyway. But yeah, that little trick works really well. You know, and all you got to do is just run your little 5/8 hose over here. That's all you need. But I thought I'd make a quick video about that real quick. As I'm putting an electric water pump on this and taking the mechanical off. 1, gain a little bit more. And 2, I can let this run when I'm sitting still. After I turn it off, I can leave this run, electric fans run to cool the motor down. So, there you have it. Later.